Good morning, it's 7:45 a.m. on Sunday the 24th of March, and this is the 46th of 53 consecutive 5-mile walks from the Grestwood Disaster Memorial to the Miners' Rescue and back again. A week today sees the last walk of this challenge, and a busy week lies ahead. There are another 40 miles to walk and another 75,000 steps to step. The films this week will focus on lunch at the Miners with Alan and Margaret Jones, the leading authorities in all things related to North Wales mining, walking with the legend, that's Largy's art, and a special moment in relation to perhaps the most famous folk song associated with Grestwood, the Grestwood disaster. Remembering that the Miners' Rescue exists to preserve the memory of all miners, the films will also be taking a tour around some of the most historical mining sites around Wrexham, including Llay Main, Bersham, Havard and Plas Power. And on a more personal note, I'll also be returning to the small village known as the Moss, and to the house where my late mother was born, and from there taking the short walk to the site of Bryn Mally Colliery, where my tide was a miner. The tour of some of our mining heritage starts today with a trip to Llay Main, 2 miles north of the Memorial Wheel and 4 miles north of the town centre.
Llay Main was fully sunk in 1921 to a depth of 900 yards and extended to a depth of 1,000 yards in 1947, making it the deepest mine in Europe and the largest in the whole of Wales. Within 2 years, 2,013 men were employed here. This figure would go on to peak at 3,000, and in 1929, output reached a massive 4,000 tonnes per day.
Three weeks before Christmas in December 1924, an underground explosion caused by shot firing ignited a body of gas, killing 9 men, including 2 brothers. Edward German, the youngest victim at age 15, was found dead, sitting by his haulage engine with his hand on the lever. Llay Main on the whole had a reputation for being a happy pit. There were few stoppages, and successive mine owners were regarded as enlightened, progressive and relatively benevolent. The morale of the miners must have been further boosted by Llay Main being a pit at the cutting edge of technology, with world-renowned steam winding engines, machine-cut coal, electric lighting and a sophisticated haulage system. 2 model housing projects brought 450 mining families to a fast-growing Llay village. Conditions in the village were advanced and novel to the new settlers, with homes installed with indoor baths and toilet and large gardens. House rents were reasonable, and cut-price electricity for lighting was provided from the colliery itself. Beyond this, it appeared that the owners valued the importance of community, and they also seemed to know that a motivated workforce was good for productivity. They provided land for the building of churches and social amenities. The Llay Miners Welfare Institute, for example, built in 1931, became a strong focal point for locals. A wide mix of entertainment was laid on and sports facilities were provided, with a football pitch, cricket pitch and 2 bowling greens. They exist to this day.
There were plans to develop Llay into a town of 30,000, but the recession of the 1920s and 30s and a declining world coal market led to Llay remaining a large village. In retrospect, this was probably not a bad thing, as in 1966, geological problems below ground led to the closure of Llay Main.
This walk was dedicated to John D. Rowlands, William Salisbury, George Shaw, John Shone and Richard Shone.